Much going on
we
today.
do. Indy Irish Fest is today.
Oh.
Garfield Park, and so there's going to be a huge crowd down there. And of course, Circle City Classic.
I was on my drive-in as it's just coming down. I'm like, Chuck, please get this rain out of the area, please.
Well, I'm scheduled to be in the parade. I ain't going to be there. If it's raining, I'll tell you that. Actually, the parade's going to be gone.
Great.
So good thing. And boy, we've got a lot to talk about this morning because the roads are wet, but for those of you that are headed either to Irish Fest or to Bloomington for that event, or Race for Riley, or of course the Circle City Classic Parade, this rain's going to be gone, but it's not yet. As you look live at I-70 and State Road 9 this morning, this is a look at live Doppler 13 radar. It has stopped raining downtown, but we have a bit of a mist out there that we're dealing with at 6:15. Notice Mount Pleasant, Newcastle, we've got rain, some heavier cells right along I-70 from that Mount Comfort exit all the way to Richmond this morning, and some really heavy cells going on now south of Knightstown around Carthage and Rushville. Look at that heavy rain outside of Rushville. This is headed towards Oldenburg and then into Ohio. In probably a couple hours, this is just going to be a bad memory as this line of rain that basically extends from Mackinac Island through Indiana is gradually moving out of the area. So behind it, somewhat cool air, not nearly as cold as yesterday. Remember yesterday we had several places that were in the 30s. For instance, Kokomo, when we were on Sunrise yesterday morning, was at 37. Now 52 there, 52 in Tipton. Good morning, Indy. You're at 53. So is Newcastle. At the home of the Warriors in Danville, it's 53. Also 54 in Rockville this morning. At the IU campus, 56. And also in Nashville and in North Vernon this morning. So that's a nice way to start the day. And eventually, the rain's going to move out. Now, we're not going to see a lot of sun during the morning. Very little, as a matter of fact. So if you're headed downtown for the parade, 58 when it begins, and we're just not going to warm up much. We'll be in the low 60s by the time the parade ends. But this afternoon, it's a different story. As the clouds break and the wind shift to the southeast, we're up to 76. So that's good lawn mowing weather if your yard dries out. Now, we've already had 1/3 of an inch of rain, just a little bit more actually than 1/3 of an inch of rain in Indy, and I think we're going to put the kibosh on that. All right, this is 10 o'clock this morning. Again, for the parade, for Irish Fest, for whatever you're doing today, it's going to be cloudy. Now, as we move towards noon, things start to clear out. Now, I'm going to talk much more in the next half hour about all the football games, including IU at Cincinnati, including Purdue, and, of course, the Colts. Look what happens at 5 o'clock, that IU game against Florida Atlantic, 7:30 tonight, and a cloud deck is going to move in. Now, we'll be watching to see if there'll be a sprinkle or two under that. I really don't think there will be. So let's go to Sunday morning. Lindsay again taking the day off, so I'll be with you tomorrow. and that's great. She deserves it. But I'll be here tomorrow morning, and we'll preview the Colts tailgating. Fingers crossed on this one, okay? There are a couple of computer models. Here's noon, so everybody's getting ready to get in the stadium. Couple of computer models that suggest we could see a stray shower at about 2:30 or 3. This would not last long. So I'm sure as they watch the roof, they'll be watching for that. And of course, this may change as we get closer to it. Then as we move into Monday of next week, northwesterly breeze, clear skies, and a beautiful but cooler than average week ahead. So here we go with your forecast. Enjoy today because this afternoon will be the warmest day out of the next week. We cool down to 74 for the Colts game, 54 Monday, back to work 68, Tuesday 65, and Wednesday up to 64.